If you're having any sewing issues, I'm going to show you a little test that you can do to see if you've actually threaded your sewing machine correctly. Now this will work on any sewing machine, but we are working on the Singer Elite CE 677. And one of the things that happens is when people thread their machines, sometimes they sew and they get those big hairy loops underneath your fabric. Maybe the machine kind of sounds a little growly, and then obviously you look underneath and it's just a nest of thread. Well, because it's on the back side, people always think that it is a bobbin issue, and tell you the truth, it is not. It's actually a top thread. It's actually a threader issue. That means that was you not threading the machine correctly. So here's the little test I'm going to have you do. So when the presser foot is up, when it's up, this thread should pull fairly easily through the machine. Like when you take your fabric out when you're done with the seam, you pull it out and you cut your thread. Now, as you hold it, if you lower your presser foot down, this thread should become tight. You can kind of even see the needle bending a little bit, indicating that you've got some serious resistance. So what is happening when your presser foot is up and it's loose, or down and it's tight? Well, here is what's going on. Right down in this first groove. So you've taken your thread across, come over the first guide here underneath and down through this area. Now you can kind of see right in here, there are actually two tension discs. So we're not talking tension per se, we're talking about, did you get the thread all the way down into this area so that when you lower the presser foot and the discs close on that thread, that it is down far enough that it stays in there, and number two, that it can feel the thread and put that resistance on it. That's why when you put the presser foot down, it is tight. So, and when you lift up the presser foot, the discs open and let you pull the thread through. So when you do that little test, if you lower it down and it's just as loose as when it was up, you do not have this machine threaded correctly. Go back, re-thread this part. Usually I like to hold on to the top and bottom and even give it a little flossing action. And that way you make sure to seat your thread all the way down. As I say in our threading and winding bobbin video, threading with purpose, and that will give you the accuracy that you need if you've threaded the top correctly and you've put your bobbin in correctly. We've done a video on that as well, that you will then get the stitch that you're looking for, the same stitch on the top as you get on the bobbin. If this was helpful, I hope you'll check out all of our videos on the Singer Elite CE 677. If you have a Singer machine that's very similar to this, you can follow these videos because most machines are similar. Buttons are slightly a little different, maybe a couple different buttons right here, that all in all, a sewing machine that is a Singer brand will work very similar to this one.